Once, there was a man who believed that everything he owned would last forever. He built houses, collected land, and gathered gold, believing that one day he could carry it all with him. But one evening, an old monk looked at him, smiled, and said softly, "My son, a man who holds on to something that is his own must one day leave it all." The man laughed. "Leave it all? Never. I worked too hard for this." He didn't know that a quiet lesson was already on its way. That night, he dreamed. He was walking through a long, endless hallway, the walls made of gold and light. At the end stood a door with his own name carved upon it. He opened it and saw everything he ever owned, glowing. But when he reached to touch it, it all turned to dust. A deep voice echoed through the emptiness. "What you hold too tight, you lose." He woke up sweating, his heart pounding. The night was silent, but the echo stayed. The next morning, the monk appeared again, seated calmly beneath a tree. "You dreamt something, didn't you?" The man nodded quietly. The monk smiled. "That dream was not a dream. It was a reminder. You came with nothing, and you will leave with nothing, but what you give, that remains." The man wanted to understand, but fear whispered inside him. "If I give, I'll lose. If I keep, I'll be safe." He didn't yet realize that keeping was already a kind of losing. One day, the river near his land overflowed. Within minutes, the water swallowed his fields, his animals, even his hidden gold. He ran into the flood, shouting, "This is mine! I can't lose it!" But the water didn't listen. It carried everything away. When the storm passed, the monk appeared once more, calm, untouched. "Now you understand. Nature teaches faster than words." The man fell to his knees. His hands were empty, but for the first time, his heart began to open. In the days that followed, he began to help others rebuild. He gave away his last few coins. He shared food. He helped strangers as if they were his own. And something unexpected happened. The more he gave, the lighter he felt. The more he shared, the richer he became inside. He realized what you give freely stays forever in others. The smiles he saw, the gratitude in their eyes, that became his true treasure. Years passed. The man grew old. He sat beneath the same tree where the monk once spoke to him. The sun began to set, painting the sky with gold, the same color of all he once tried to own. He whispered, "I finally understand. Everything that was mine was never really mine." The wind turned gentle. The air shimmered. He saw the monk once again, smiling peacefully. "Now, you can go freely. You are ready." He closed his eyes, and the wind carried his final breath, like a soft whisper across the fields. The villagers later built a small shrine near that tree, not for the man's wealth, but for his transformation. On the stone, they carved his final words, "One day, we all leave what we hold dear. So hold love, not things." And if you listen quietly, you might still hear the monk's voice in the wind. Be prepared, because nothing truly belongs to you except the kindness you leave behind.